Now here we go again. We found a very big monument or crane-like structure right in the middle of this crater. This is Apollo 12 series 50, 74, 33. It's perfectly symmetrical. We'll enlarge the picture. So normally all the good pictures are sideways, but fortunately we've got this one now where we can actually enlarge on the image, and it's a perfect it looks like a huge crane that just sits there, and always these good features are right inside craters. It's as though they were used for a mining or possibly to actually live inside. And I've taken quite a few pictures of this, which I'll now show from the iPhone. And just as we download it, just wait a second, I'll quickly zoom in on it now, and it's just, there it is, right there in the center. So I click on, zoom in. Now I've taken a picture to enlarge it. It looks like some sort of eagle sitting there. It looks like a huge monument. It's upright, it's triangular towards the edge, and the front piece has like two bits sticking out. And there's quite a few tubular structures all around this. It looks like the whole thing melted, this crater, or what was in the crater. It looks like it's been exposed to a huge amount of heat and just melted the structure in there. So there it is there. So we'll now zoom into the pictures I've collected of this and all the images around it, and you'll just see it's a peculiar type of landscape. So you just zoom in everywhere, obviously, to see what's happening. You can see anything, and you'll see, here we go, those nodular structures that stick out. They look more like a growths actually, rather than anything mechanical or anything like that. I've zoomed into a few right there around the edges. They look like just some sort of growths, very nodular, and I've taken quite a few pictures which I'll now place on there. So we'll go those zoom pictures now, and that's using the i4 2x magnification. I just zoom into where I took the pictures. You'll see the very peculiar square-like structure there, and the 2 or 3 or 4 of these are nodular structures. The little tower there, they could be growths, but the surface looks as though it's being cooked. Look at it, it's being exposed to a lot of heat, I think. That structure there I took a picture of close up. There's a lot of very peculiar structures. That one there looks like a growth coming up. So are these, I just don't know how to describe the things I'm seeing here. And let's go in now for close-ups. And there it is. That's the peculiar structures, very symmetrical. It's triangular down the bottom, it's got 2 nodular forms, and it seems to stick up like a monument right in the middle of that crater or platform. This is the next picture now coming up. Nodular structures. That was that square thing we saw with the nodular structures coming up. This one's nothing that special. There's just a lot of tubular structures there. The only thing, there it is, one nodular structure at the end. The only thing good about it was this sort of platform right in the middle of the crater. There's some tubular nodular structures that just sticks out. It's purely symmetrical. All the other things really look like a nodular type of, that's one there. That could be a growth. So all the other things could be just normal growths, and that's the actual image there. We'll now return to the original image in the picture. Actually, in this case, the pictures are actually not better when they're magnified. So sometimes it isn't, sometimes it's not. So if we go back in the original crater, things look like they were very cooked around the edges. You'll see the structures in there. You'll see that is perfect. That looks so symmetrical. It just looks like some sort of a monument sitting there. We haven't got any other side pictures of that. Just look at it. It's just too symmetrical to be an accident happening there. Theories on why it's there, what it could be. Does it serve like is it a landing pad? Could there have been previously some sort of live community in there. Did that serve as a monument to that community? It just doesn't seem it would be made up artificially the way it is. And you'll see these nodular structures there. That one comes across. It seems as though it's exposed to a huge amount of heat and everything's melted around the edges, or it could be. But that thing in the center, how it comes right back and forms a perfect triangle back there, like a tail. It seems to be elevated on some sort of monument or tower right there. So yeah, that's all I can make of this picture. You'll see these tubular. Again, I can't use the iPhone, it distorts the pictures. It's better to use this capture network. You see the tubular structures coming off there. There's very definite lines happening there, as though it's melted in certain layers. That's the first time I've seen one crater that actually looks melted. And if you go in the horizon, there's one more tubular structure there going across, one more there. I think these are actual. I've seen so many of them that they look more like moon growths. I don't think they're live. I don't see track marks. But again, there's heaps of track marks through there. So are these just normal? Are these worms on the moon landscape? I don't know. I'm just not sure about that. It just seems to be too much going on the ground to be there's one a nodular thing there. There's one that seems to be growing up right there. It comes up and forms a nodular structure. We can't comment. It could be a growth. It could be something natural. You know, I don't like to spend too much time on those things, when in this case the perfect shot is this thing that just stands out. It's like a huge platform, and it looks like a crane or a monument or a tower just standing right in the middle of that crater. I think that's the shadow of it there, or there actually. Yeah, that could be the part of the shadow. I don't see that being a normal thing. It looks like it's got two heads there, and that like a tail coming to the end that's perfectly triangular. When you try to enlarge that picture, it's not that good on the iPhone. I don't know why. I'll try it again. That's the best I can magnify it. I'll try to take one more picture, but obviously it will be the same. So I'll try once more now using this apparatus to take one more picture.